Good morning! Spring is coming. Even though we still have piles of snow around, spring is coming. And I thought today maybe we would just kind of walk around, show you guys what some of the projects that we want to get done here in the near future. Maybe go walk out, see how the horses are doing, and just kind of see what I do in a day. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Cece. My husband Kirk and I homestead in the big beautiful state of Montana. We also homeschool our kiddos. I'm a stay-at-home mom, obviously. My husband Kirk is a ranch hand just up the road, so he comes home every day for lunch. So cooking from scratch consumes a big part of my day, along with doing dishes. You might be able to hear the dishwasher in the background. I have been without a working dishwasher since November, and so glad that I have a working dishwasher again. So to start off with this morning, I need to make some yogurt. I normally try to do that in the evening so it can like incubate in the oven overnight, but I seem to forget to do it every night before I go to bed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it and plan my meals today that I don't need the oven. And then when we are done with yogurt, we're gonna go ahead, get school going, get school done, which will probably bump us right into lunch. And then after lunch, I think I'm gonna walk around, show you guys what we kind of have in mind to get done pretty much as soon as the ground is no longer frozen and not have any snow on it. So when I talk about doing chores in the morning, we try to have a rhythm and a routine down. If you have kids, you kind of know exactly what I'm talking about. So every morning the kids need to make sure the dog has food and water. They need to take their vitamins. They need to clean their face and brush their teeth, put some dirty laundry away if there's dirty laundry, bring all their dirty dishes out to the correct place. Just some kind of a general cleanup type thing before we get going with school. This morning I have a little bit extra I need to tackle. We did a milk delivery. We, as in Kirk, did a milk delivery last evening for us. So we have one there and one there that need to be washed. We switched over to this style of hauling milk to town. We used to have ones that had spouts on the bottom, but we were finding the spouts were very hard to keep clean, and anytime that it was cold, it was like the milk froze in the spouts and then we couldn't use them anyways, and they were very, very difficult to pour out of. Where these kind of have a little bit of a lip, they're a lot easier to pour straight out of, and so oftentimes we will bring a funnel if need to, but he's pretty good about taking something like this and pouring it into a wide mouth jar. I need a little bit more practice, so I still have to take a funnel, but he's gotten pretty good at that. So I need to wash both of those, and then down here on the floor, we have all the dirty glass jars. So when he's done milking, he puts milk in the glass jars and we bring them here in our refrigerator. A lot of people keep them in glass jars and haul them to town that way. We live on 8 miles dirt road. We've had glass jars break on us in the way to town. And so we're like, we're not doing that. The last time it was a half a gallon all over the seat and the carpet in our car, and our car stinks. I gotta put some baking soda down. So that's why we went to these, because these are metal and they won't break. But I still have to wash those. So those will probably go in the dishwasher once the dishwasher is done. And then if you can see way over here in the corner, those are eggs. That bucket is pretty full of eggs. We were gone for the weekend, so Kirk's brother came down and took care of chores for us, and we told him just put them in a bucket, we'll wash them when we get back. Don't know if you know this, but eggs are actually okay at room temperature if you don't wash them. As soon as you wash them and you wash off that protective layer on them, then they need to be refrigerated. So sometimes they end up piling up in a bucket for a few days till we get to them. So it's time to get to them. Some of the cleaner ones I just kind of brush off and just put in an egg carton, but with the last few months we've been struggling with really dirty eggs. They were eating them there for a while and it just kind of creates a mess in the egg box, in the nest boxes. So gonna wash those up today. Gotta wash the milk cans and the milk jars, along with all the other morning stuff we gotta do. So I better get started because we're about to start some school. All right, we got school done this morning. Working on some lunch. I am going to do a hamburger green bean rice dish. So I'm browning up some burger. I have some rice in the rice cooker. Once this is browned up, I will add the half a jar of green beans, and then add a little bit of molasses and a little bit of soy sauce, and then you serve it over rice. It's something that's ready in about 20 minutes. Pretty much my rice is what takes the longest. When this is completely cooked up, I do add a little bit of cornstarch, kind of make it a little thicker. So sometimes I add onions, sometimes I do not, but today I'm gonna add some onions. These are my all-time favorite. Saves me so much time because they're already pre-chopped. Freeze-dried onions from Thrive Life. Yeah, I use onion with so much more of my stuff now, so I don't have to chop it up. So once this is browned up, throw in my green beans and just let it cook for a little bit. Meanwhile, I have gotten the milk, the big metal milk jugs washed. I ran almost all of the jars in the dishwasher right now. I have one jar left. I will either just wash that one by hand or throw it in the dishwasher next round. Yeah, school's done. So after lunch, I normally just kind of take my moment to just kind of hang out and chill. My mom's gonna swing by sometime this afternoon and pick up some milk. So I may just go sit out in the sun porch right after lunch and plant some seeds, because that sun porch feels so nice right now. We actually did some of our school. One of the kiddos had to read to me and we sat out there in the sun porch to do it. So yeah, anyways, that's how the day's going so far. Okay, next up I am going to do some seed starting. I'm not going to fill this whole thing today by any means. I am going to do tomatoes and peppers. I am probably a little later than what I should be, but it is what it is. We did end up buying a brand new greenhouse. Like I said earlier, we just have to put it together. So I am really, really hopeful, because we're gonna move where we had the greenhouse at. And I really believe that it is going to extend my fall growing by a lot. Currently, where my greenhouse is, by early fall and late summer, it ends up being in the shade. And so we are going to move this new greenhouse to a different place, and it will have sun pretty much from sun up to sundown. Real late in the evening it won't, but it will be way, way, way more sun. And I think it's going to also be a tighter greenhouse, so it will probably be warmer, and we will have power source to it. So if I need to, I can put heat in it. And I really think that's going to extend my growing season of things that need to be in the greenhouse. So things like tomatoes, peppers, anything with a vine, cucumbers, squash, that kind of a thing, they should be pretty well way into the fall. So I'm not too concerned if I get things started a little late this year, especially because we don't have it built yet. It's sitting up in the barn in 8 different boxes. So that is going to be a big project. I might even go show you guys here when I'm done where we're thinking about building it. So, all right, there they are. Gonna go find a warm, sunny spot. They'll probably end up coming into the house. Okay, thought I would bring you guys outside. I mean, I'm in a t-shirt. This is awesome. This is the side angle from my greenhouse. And there is still snow in my garden, but that is how it is. So I'm gonna turn it around and I'm gonna show you guys kind of where we're thinking about doing this greenhouse at. Okay, so there's the current garden, our big shop, and we're thinking about doing the greenhouse right here. That is a power pole. We have an outlet right there. So we're thinking about building it. I think it's 12 feet long, so I'm not entirely sure how far over we'll go, with something like that. And then we have power right there. It has a fan in it. We can put heat in it if we need to. And then down there where the trees are is a ditch, and we pump water out. That's where the big post is, right there in the middle, where we sprinkle the garden. And then we bring a connection all the way out here to be able to water the lawn. So we'll just be able to run a hose right to the greenhouse. No problem. So we're hoping this spot here gets a lot more sun. Like I said, late in the fall, or late in the summer, early fall, all these trees are completely budded out, and that starts to get a lot of shade. So today would have been a perfect day to put the greenhouse together. There's barely any wind. It's warm. The little tiny bit of snow right there has melted out. I'm thinking about putting some gravel and sand down first and then building the greenhouse on top of that. These are all aspen trees, and you can see they are starting to get fuzzies and starting to try to bud out. So hopefully it won't be too much longer till we start seeing a little bit more green around here. There's Snooky. She's supposed to have a baby about May. She is our Jersey Shorthorn cross. I was really wanting to go out there to them, but I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to cross the ditch in my Crocs. Do I chance it? I'm gonna try it. Got it. Got it. So if you haven't been introduced to our horses before, this big one here is Missy. The one there in the back is Bella. Bella, we got her this fall, and as you can tell, she is not used to us yet. She has a lot of work to do. Where's this girl? Are you going to be ornery, or are you going to actually let me pet you? Yeah. She's turning white. The first year we got her, we were like, what is happening? Because she is a red roan. But every April, for about 2 weeks, she turns almost completely white. And then she turns her dark brown color again. It's just all part of spring. She turns very, very gray and white. And Bella looks like she might be doing some of the same. It's a little hard to tell, but she looks very gray to me. And I remembered her being a lot darker, so I think it is just something that roans do. In the spring, they turn almost white for about a week or two. They both have draft in them, probably a quarter draft. She's probably 2 years younger than Missy, so she'll have a little while to continue to fill out and catch up. She is younger than Missy is. She's a big horse, aren't ya? You're sweet though. Yeah, you are. Yeah. Oh, you gonna say hi? Yeah, you gonna say hi? Look at how big her feet are. You're a big girl. Yeah, you are. What do you think? What do you think? I wish little Miss Bella Sassy Pants over there would let me do this. Good girl. Your mane is really long too. You might need a little bit of a haircut this summer. All right. That's all. Bella. Bella's supposed to be mine. But she's gonna need a lot of work. She won't even let me get close to her. Bella. Come here. Come on. Really? just a wide circle away from me, huh? A little sassy pants. This is Rue. She's the milk cow in milk right now. She has access to the hay all day long that she wants. Shouldn't be too much longer till she can go out with the rest. Springtime, we have to be careful. Weeds are often the first thing that turns green, and that absolutely can affect the taste of the milk. So she will probably stay in here till we know that there is enough green grass and not just weeds. Another spring project is to get these chickens actually enclosed. So they come in and out of their chicken door right there. And they are roaming farther and farther and farther. They will go like halfway down our lane. You can see the ducks waddling over there. And that can be very dangerous for the chickens because who knows what kind of critters live down there in the bushes. So we are going to probably enclose a run up to the barn, kind of on this side of the hydrant, and then kind of over to this corner. If they're well behaved and it's a nice day, I may open it up and let them out some. They think I have food scraps for them. They're coming running. But they would come clear into the yard, except our dog chases them out. But they will go around the yard and go clear to the shop, which is not okay. So they need to be kind of enclosed in, kept safe. We're gonna also try to hatch out some eggs, get some chicks. Chicks are really, really hard to get this year, and a family member would like to have some chicks. So we're gonna try hatching some out. And the ducks that are, half the ducks that are way down there, I'm also going to try to hatch some of those out. Those are our younger ducks. We have an older flock too, and they do not mingle during the day at all. They go together in the barn, but they do not mingle during the day. And the other half of the flock is quite old. So we want to get some more ducks before they all die of old age. Hi, kitties. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go find a chair and a warm place to sit and just enjoy the big blue sky and the warm weather. Okay, it's now a little after 5:30. Pizza is almost ready. I did a homemade pizza for supper. And looking back on the day, I actually got my to-do list done. I feel pretty good about that. Got all the milk jars and jugs cleaned up. The eggs are washed and put away. I got some seeds started. The yogurt is put in the refrigerator and I will strain it tomorrow morning. The meals are done, school's done. And I even had time to sit outside and just read for a little bit because it was so nice. So it wasn't, every day is different on the homestead, but today was not like an abnormal, unusual day. This is something that very well could be, you know, just a very normal day. It's pretty much what I called it, a very normal day. I do tend to designate certain days of the week for certain chores and certain things to help me kind of stay on track and not get too disorganized and overwhelmed. So for an example, Monday I try to do bread. Tuesdays and Thursdays are laundry days. Wednesdays are kind of like, do I have a big project that needs to be done? Is there a canning that needs to be done? Do I need to make some bone broth? Do I need to make some cheese? Like today was cleaning up all the milk stuff, the egg stuff, and doing some seed starting. The seed starting was kind of like my unusual project, big project. Then Fridays, sometimes I clean the upstairs part of our house. Sometimes I use it as a catch-up day. Saturday is always house cleaning day. Sundays, we go to church, day of rest. Monday is also normally like catch-up over the weekends because I don't do anything extra on Sundays. So that's kind of how it helps me stay in order, keep on track of things. Once school is done and gardening is full-fledged, I'm sure that schedule will change some, but it's kind of what I do to help me stay on track. And just kind of, give you a peek of what a normal Wednesday would look like. Hope you have a great day and we'll catch you later.